All right, what is up, everybody? Let's talk a little Seahawks football. They got a win, and yeah, it was a comfortable win. It was a comfortable win, and I know that it got a little dicey. It got a little unnerving at the end, and Cam Ward actually threw some decent passes, but it felt overall like a comfortable win. But I want to talk about why this win was even more important than I think we kind of originally thought. When you see a game where you have a 7-3, now 8-3, Seattle Seahawks team going up against a 1-9 Tennessee Titans team, you're just like, oh yeah, well that's a dead giveaway. Like, of course we're going to win that game. But it's not so simple. It really isn't. It's the NFL on any given Sunday. All right, name of a movie, shout out. You can lose a game, and I want to get into why this Seahawks victory is so much more important, especially looking at the remainder of the schedule, especially looking at that. And, of course, we'll talk about the game a little bit. But before we get into that, just want to talk to all of you about what we're doing on this channel. My name's Craig. Me and my buddy Chris, we started this a few years ago. We are Detroit Lions fans. We are. But we love the NFL. We love the smaller market teams. And when I say smaller market, I mean teams that the national media ignores. And if you're looking at the NFC West, who's everybody talking about? They're talking about the 49ers. They're talking about the Rams. Even though the Seahawks are playing fantastic football, even though the Seahawks almost beat the Rams despite 4 picks thrown by Sam Darnold. And it was nice to get back to the winning ways again this week, to get to 8-3. And if you look at the box score here, it's nice to see Sam Darnold get back to his more clean football. And a lot of people think that the Tennessee Titans are one of these teams that can just get rocked and can just get wrecked over and over again, and they do lose. But their defense has held its own. So to see Sam Darnold quickly and efficiently get out to a quick enough lead, 244 yards, a couple of touchdowns, a nice deep ball to Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba once again went off. Let's just hope none of you are playing him in fantasy football again this week. The guy has been an absolute stud. One of the things that I saw that I thought was really impressive was you ran the ball well, right? You ran the ball well. I think that's important to note. 11 carries, 71 yards for Kenneth Walker, 6.5 yards a touch. Zach Charbonnet, 5.8 yards a touch in more limited quantity, and I understand that. But overall, those two guys, between the two of them, average over 6 yards per carry. As a team, you average 5.7 yards per carry against a Titans team that is actually traditionally pretty tough against the run. They have one of the best defensive tackles in the game. They're not poor in that respect. They're not. They're just not. And so to be able to do that against them is impressive. So that is one thing where it was more important than we thought, because it's that. But the other one is what's going on in the playoff race and what's going on in the rest of your season. So I'm not sure if my computer's going to be working. It is. All right, when we're looking at the playoff race here, you're sitting with the 5 seed. You're sitting on the 5 seed, which isn't bad. Okay, you're 8-3. You're just as close as you are to the 2 as you are to the 7, or even being out of this thing. And that's what's so crazy. The Bucs aren't going anywhere because they're in first. But behind you, you have the Packers that are just sitting a game and a half back, or a half a game back, whatever it is. It's so hard. It's like 3/4 of a game back. That tie is so dumb, right? It's so dumb. All right, but they'll say a game back. That's what they'll say it is. The 49ers are a game back, right? Half a game for the Packers. 49ers are a game back. The Lions are a game back. The Panthers are 2 games back. So there's this group of teams that are right in your vicinity, and I say this over and over again with the NFL. I don't care who you're playing against. I don't care. Do not ever apologize for a win. I don't care who it's against. I don't care if it's against the Rams. I don't care if it's against the Titans. I don't care who it's about. And there's a lot of wins that you have that are good wins. But what I think is so impressive about this team is that when your losses aren't to crap teams. It's to San Francisco, it's to Tampa Bay, and it's to LA. Here's the problem with that and why this win is so important. tiebreakers for playoff seeding and things like that, all of it, those are teams you play. So this was an important game to get ahead again. Maybe, LA and San Francisco both are playing against the NFC South, the Panthers, and I want to say, I think the Panthers are going against the 49ers, and I want to say the Rams are playing the Bucs. Those aren't easy games. So you might find yourself back in first place. You never know. And so not fully in first place because you'll tie the Rams. But anyways, with all of that being said, your upcoming schedule, you have Minnesota next and Atlanta. Next two games are pretty easy. You should be 10-3 after those two games. You should be. But then the end of the season is all against playoff or almost into the playoffs / conference opponents. You have Indy, the Colts. That's a playoff team. They just lost a close one. All right, the Chiefs came all the way back to win that game. You don't need me to tell you about the Rams. Not only is that a playoff team, but that's a division team. Carolina Panthers are sitting they're in the playoff hunt. Let me put it that way. And they're only a game back in their division, half a game back currently. And then you play the 49ers to end the season. So, look, I understand that this season is going to be won or lost in two games, the Rams and the 49ers. I know that. But you need to stack wins any other time so that you can stay ahead of teams like my Detroit Lions, so that you can stay ahead of teams like the oh-so-hated Green Bay Packers. And I know you hate the Packers, too. I know you do. All right? In Seattle. That's a unique, weird rivalry that has kind of taken off. So when I look at these things, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just thinking to myself, okay, these are the times you need to stack wins. And you lost to the Rams, but you got to win here. You should be able to get a win. You are at home against Minnesota. You're on the road against Atlanta. And then, it's 3-3. That's what you got left. 3 home games, 3 games on the road. That's what you got. And 2 more of them are easy, and then 4 are difficult. It's really that simple. And so I think why this game was so important is simple. You need to win games in the NFL. All right, answer me this question as we finish out this video. What is your confidence level right now in this team? What is your confidence level in this team, not only just to be a playoff team? Are you confident they'll make the playoffs? 1, it is a loaded, packed NFC. Number 2, do you believe they are legitimate Super Bowl contenders? Did that game against the Rams increase your confidence or decrease? And it could be both. Maybe it increased your confidence in the team, but decreased your confidence in Darnold. It's a 1-game sample size. It was a good game plan. You're an 8-3 team sitting after 12 weeks of the NFL schedule. You're in a good spot. All right, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.